I didn't move into a van to make life harder, but sometimes I wonder if that's exactly what I did. When I left in 2023, I had a vision of freedom, waking up to canyon light and making coffee under the pines. And yes, those moments do happen, but so do the moments where I'm rationing battery life like it's gold, or scrubbing bug spray off my legs with cold water from a collapsible jug. The question that I didn't expect to keep asking was this: what do I actually need? Not only just to survive, but to feel human, to feel well. This video is a reflection on that question. Each week for the past 6 weeks, I've been finding myself in new locations, whether it's desert, dense forests, or high alpine lakes. And with each change of scenery, what my definition of essential is has been evolving. When I first started this journey, I packed with a sense of optimism that I now recognize as naive. It was as if I was preparing for a never-ending weekend getaway. But living off-grid is not always a vacation. It's a slow dance with unpredictability. As I adjusted to this lifestyle, I began to notice the tools that I tend to rely on. These are the items that I reach for when conditions change, when things break, or when I'm exhausted and just need something to work. They're not just products, but my companions on this unpredictable journey, always ready for me whenever I need them. I'm not claiming that these are the best products available. These are simply the essentials that have quietly earned their place in my life over hundreds of miles of months. They have helped me cultivate a sense of sustainability while constantly being in motion. I don't have rooftop solar panels yet, but I think about them often. Having energy flow in effortlessly without any setup would bring a level of convenience that I've never experienced before. For now, though, mobility takes priority. I live in a 2010 self-built Chevy Express cargo van. Every inch in that space matters. But what I do have in order to save space is a 200-watt Jackery panel that folds up and stores under the bed. It's really convenient. This was a recent purchase that I realized that I needed in order to prove my workflow. Now, when I'm deep in a remote area and need to edit or recharge, I can just pull it out and place it beyond the sliding door. It doesn't require much, just clear skies and a little time. Before the setup, I was limited to about 3 days of power. My fan would hum through the hot nights, and during the day, it worked overtime to keep me cool. My camera batteries, the drone, the lights, they all add up quickly. Managing your power usage becomes a kind of quiet math out here. Living this way sharpens your sense of value of what power really means. Power isn't on demand out here. It's something that you have to carry with you, and something that you have to harvest. It's not completely free, even when it's solar. You pay for it in weight, time, and awareness. The new panel that I got is bifacial, meaning that it can collect power from above and below. Reflective light off of stone or sand doesn't go to waste. It's incredibly efficient and surprisingly durable. It's rated IP68, so it shrugs off moisture and dust. This allows me to leave it out, even when the weather changes. I'm in far northern California at the start of the Cascade Range. I had the panel out in full sun for about 30 minutes yesterday, and I got 176 watts per hour. It's possible to live in a van without solar. I did it for a whole year. I would just go into a Starbucks for a couple hours every 3 days to charge, get a coffee, and work on my videos. But now having this one efficient solar panel makes a huge difference. Now power is no longer the limiting factor of how long that I stay out. I'm mostly bound by how long the ice lasts in my cooler, or how much food that I can carry, which is about 5 days, give or take. Probably even more if I decide to use dry food. I can extend that out to even longer. That's the new cycle. Town visits are fewer, and time spent out in places in nature can be longer. It restored the days that I used to lose while hunting for power. It adds up over time. I used to think that shower wipes were a complete waste of time. A shortcut pretending to be hygiene. Something you just throw in your bag for emergencies, but never actually use. But my perspective changed during a stretch of 90-degree days in southern Utah. The heat was oppressive. It seeped into everything. Your skin, your sheets, and your patience. Every surface felt dusty, and every shirt that I had was stained with sweat, bug spray, and sunscreen. I did not feel comfortable, and I did not like the way that I felt out there. That's when I decided to try a pack of the Pure Active body wipes. They were larger than I expected, 8 by 10 inches, and surprisingly sturdy. They weren't flimsy or dry like I thought they would be. Any other wipes that I've tried, anytime I try to get the dirt off, they always kind of deteriorate, and then you're left with all these little lint specks on your skin. But these wipes don't do that. They're sturdy and solid, and they actually hold up while you get all the dirt off of you. As soon as I wiped the back of my neck, I felt immediate cooling relief. It felt like stepping into the shade after being in direct sunlight for a while. The texture was just right. Rough enough to scrub, but soft enough to not irritate my skin. And for the first time in days, I felt somewhat put together. It's not just about physical cleanliness. There's a mental lift as well that comes with being able to refresh your body. When you've been sticky for 48 hours and finally feel dry again, it changes how you feel. It's a huge boost in morale. Now, I keep these wipes stashed in multiple places. Under the bed, in my doors, and in my pack just in case. After long hikes or filming days where I've been sweating under a chest strap, they make a really big difference. Even after a dusty drive with the windows down, I can use one on my arms and face and instantly feel more alert. It may seem small, but it adds up over time. These wipes are hypoallergenic, alcohol-free, and paraben-free. They are infused with aloe vera and vitamin E, which helps when your skin has taken a beating from wind or sun. They don't leave a weird or sticky residue like some wipes out there do. And they don't try to smell like cologne or fake citrus. Just clean and neutral, which is refreshing in the best way. I've gone days without a proper shower. Sometimes there's not access to a Planet Fitness nearby. During those times, these wipes are a necessity for me. They are not a replacement for hot water and a proper shower, but they bridge the gap enough to make a real difference. In this lifestyle, that's what matters. Having gear that proves its worth by keeping you going, when you might otherwise feel like shutting down. These wipes are great, especially when you don't have a shower built in your van. Or even if you do have constant access to a shower, wipes like this can help you stretch out your water for longer periods. Last week, I encountered a swarm of mosquitoes that challenged every limit I thought I had. They were both strategic and annoying, targeting the back of my knees, the folds of my shirt collar, and the soft, sensitive skin behind my ears. Nothing seemed to keep them away for long. Not the breeze, or my movements. I found myself having to move continuously so that they wouldn't land on me. But it was little to no use. The last time I traveled to the Pacific Northwest, I brought no defense with me. No spray, no citronella, no netting. I had this idea that staying active or being near moving water would keep the mosquitoes at bay. I was wrong. It didn't work. That trip became a blur of bites and broken sleep. An experience that you remember not for its beauty, but for its restlessness. So this summer, I made a change. I decided to pick up a Thermacell EX90. It's small, self-contained, and it claims to create a 20-foot radius of protection. It doesn't contain DEET or sticky chemicals. Instead, it operates on a rechargeable battery, a repellent cartridge, and a promise of less swatting when you're outdoors. The device uses diffuse zone technology and provides a steady, even output that doesn't fade over time. It takes about 15 minutes to reach full effectiveness, and once active, it runs about 9 hours per charge. I haven't had the perfect conditions to fully test it yet, but I do now. I'm out in the Pacific Northwest. This is where the device will either prove itself or not, and it's designed for long-haul use, not just weekend getaways. It's also scent-free, ensuring that it doesn't clash with the environment or your senses. With no open flame or smoke, there's nothing that will irritate your lungs. In terms of build quality, the EX90 is clearly built for outdoor use. It's IP54 rated for water and dust resistance, and it features a spill-proof locking mechanism. The rubberized overmold gives it a good grip, even in early morning dew. It's compact, durable, and travel-approved. It hangs easy from a tree, the inside door of a van, or even inside a tent if you rig it properly. It has also been EPA reviewed and tested for effectiveness against mosquitoes that transmit diseases, such as West Nile, Zika virus, and encephalitis. It's safe to use around people and pets. It's specifically designed to be used outdoors. This device is not a gimmick or an afterthought. It's a piece of gear that I'm bringing into mosquito territory with the full expectation that it will either perform well or I will feel every minute of its failure. But this time, I'm determined to not be defenseless. This changes how I prepare, how I rest, and how I stay focused when all the bugs come out and everything wants a piece of me. I recently got back into yoga as a way to maintain my fitness while on the road. It has become an essential part of how I stay physically balanced when I don't have access to gyms or trails. The Down Dog app makes it easy. I can tailor a session to match how my body feels, whether it's upper back tension, tight hips, or low energy days, and download it ahead of time so that it works wherever I end up. With this app, I've been able to practice yoga beside alpine lakes, the edge of steep remote cliffs, and pull-outs that are just enough to do some yoga. In those places, the focus changes from performance to consistency. It's just breath, body, and ground. The app keeps things simple. No distractions or fluff, just well-structured movement. It features a well-curated playlist that you can customize as well, and is different for every routine that you select. You can adjust what the whole practice looks like, and adjust the difficulty from beginner to advanced. This is honestly the best yoga app that I've used. Early on, I was using a $5 mat that I picked up from the bargain store. That mat would slip, fold under pressure, and absorb every grain of dirt and sweat. This made the practice something that I tolerated rather than enjoyed. Eventually, I decided to upgrade, so I bought the Manduka X mat for $70. It felt steep at first, but it changed everything. The difference in how supported I feel has completely changed how I approach my practice. I'm able to stay in poses longer, move more freely, and focus more on form rather than avoiding pain. The mat is 5mm thick. It provides just the right amount of support for my joints without sacrificing stability. It measures 71 by 24 inches, weighs about 3.4 pounds, and rolls up tightly enough to stash easily behind the driver's seat. Its closed cell construction doesn't trap odor or moisture, so it stays more clean after sessions in dirt or sand. There's no slipping or bunching, and it stays flat whether I'm on asphalt, dirt, or pine needles. It's designed for durability. It's built for high-impact training and daily use, and it's latex-free and recyclable. This mat, paired with the app, is a beautiful combination. It gives me access to something reliable, a way to reset, strengthen, and feel capable. Out here, being able to stretch into my body again and stay functionally strong really matters for the goals that I want to achieve. I don't know everything, and I'm cautious of anyone who says that they do, especially in this lifestyle. There's so much to learn and a variety of environments to explore, especially given the diversity that we have here in the United States. There's just so many different regions. But what I do know is this: the more I've let go about my preconceived notions about what I need, the more that I've come to trust what actually shows up. The truth is that it takes both time and experience to fully realize what it is that you need. The gear that I've shared here isn't groundbreaking. There may be better options available, but this equipment has proven to be reliable in a life where so little is. And that reliability matters. I'll keep learning, keep failing, and keep sharing as honestly as I can. The road is long and has much to teach you if you're willing to listen. Now I want to hear from you. If there's something that has changed your rhythm, your comfort, or clarity, I'd love to know about it. Let me know down in the comments below and I'll engage with you there. I would love to see what you're doing. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel for more van life, travel, and outdoor content. And before you go, check out my next video right here to learn why you need a lot less than you think you do to get started with van life. I'll see you over there.